guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be making a spring door swag using a cooling rack from Dollar Tree. So what you're going to need is to purchase a cooling rack. Actually, it comes in a pack of 2 at Dollar Tree. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your cooling rack and you're going to cut it so that you have 3 pieces here, or 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. So this is all you're going to need, is this one little piece to make your spring door swag, okay? You'll also need, I picked up this little dish towel to put on the back of it so that it won't scratch your door. You can also use felt or a placemat. You are going to need a couple rolls of the 6-inch deco mesh. This is from Dollar Tree. You'll need some pipe cleaners, some floral stem wire, and this is the 20 gauge. You'll need some greenery, and this is just a fern that I purchased at Dollar Tree. You'll need some flowers, and this was purchased at Walmart, and it was 97 cents. You'll need some ribbon, and this is some I had left over from Christmas, but it's the deco mesh ribbon. And I think it's about a 3-inch wide ribbon. And then I also have this ribbon that I purchased at Walmart. And I'm thinking about using this cute little birdhouse that I purchased at Dollar Tree. It just says wind chime. So I think I'm gonna take this off and just use the little house with the hummingbird on it. And you'll also need your scissors, and you'll need something to cut your floral picks to the length that you want. So let me get this set up and we'll start working on our door swag. Okay, and what you'll want to do is you can flip it so that the legs are pointing up at the ceiling. That way you don't have to worry about when you cover it with felt or fabric that you're going to take your 6-inch deco mesh from Dollar Tree, and you'll take your pipe cleaners and just cut them in half. And the first thing you're going to want to do is just basically let out some and let it slide through your hand and make a poof. And then just pinch it in your fingers just like that. Okay, and you're going to take your poof, or poof, whatever you want to call it, and I am going to place it. I'm going to use this wire right here, and I'm just going to take my pipe cleaner and twist it on. And give it a few twists to secure it to the back. And you can always go back and trim the pipe cleaners shorter if you want. Okay, but that's your first step, okay? And notice I'm using the second wire. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to keep using this second wire, and you're just going to take, and you're just going to basically form loops. And you're going to try to roll the inside edges inward, and you're just going to make another poof about the same size as the first one. And you're going to take your pipe cleaners, same process, and attach it to the back. And then you're just going to take it and push it forward. Okay, and what I'm going to do is the same steps all the way down. I'm just going to form my loops, try to make them about the same size, and attach them to the second wire. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera, and I'm going to go ahead and all the way to the bottom, but each time I'm going to push it so that they're close together and it makes it full and fluffy. Okay, this is only one roll of the 6-inch deco mesh, and I use the second wire. So if you want yours fuller and thicker and fluffier than this, you're going to probably want to purchase at least 3 rolls of the 6-inch deco mesh instead of the 2. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to do a second row all the way down, and I'm going to be using this wire right here. And I'm going to do the same steps. I'm going to make my puff at the top and go all the way down, and then at the bottom I did the same thing, make a puff or poof, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna work on the second row using my 6-inch deco mesh. And like I said, if you want yours fuller than this, you'll need to purchase at least 3 rolls of the 6-inch mesh. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I just wanted to show you how the top is looking when you do the second row and do the second poof at the top. So you'll want to make sure that you kind of have them about the same size and make sure they're kind of smooth and fluffy, if that makes sense. Okay, I did the left side and the right side, and this is only 2 rolls of the white deco mesh, the 6-inch. And so if you want it fuller, you'll have to buy 3 rolls, but I kind of like it with just 2. And let me show you on the back what I did. Okay, I started out with using the lime green pipe cleaners. And when you start doing your second row, it's hard to tell, you know, which pipe cleaner goes to which when you're twisting them. So I know this doesn't look as pretty, but it's much easier if you choose another color pipe cleaner to do your second row. That way, you know exactly which ones to twist together and you don't get confused. So now I am ready to start working on a bow. So give me just a second and I'll show you how to tie a pretty bow. Okay, I'm going to leave a tail for this bow. I'm gonna take in my left hand and I'm gonna just pinch it tightly and I'm gonna make a loop. And then I'm gonna squeeze it tight in my left hand. And I'm gonna just keep making my loops about the same size back and forth until I get the bow the size I want. So just try to make your loops about the same size on both sides. And just go back and forth, keeping it pinched tightly in your hand. I'm not gonna do a super huge bow because, you know, the swag's kind of petite. So I think 1 more row is all I'm going to do. I'm gonna let out a tail. And I've got my floral stem wire close by. Okay, so you're gonna wanna keep it pinched tight in your left hand. You're going to take your floral stem wire and just tightly twist it around the center of the bow. Okay, just like that. And leave these pieces long. And you're going to come around to the front and you're going to just fluff your loops. You can just move them whichever way you want. Okay, now I'm going to grab my swag and I am going to attach it to the top. And so I'm going to take my wires and I'm going to just thread it through the cooling rack and twist it to the back. So thread it through the deco mesh. Then go to the back. Don't pull it super tight, but pull it tight enough that it stays in place. And give it a few twists, and you can always cut these wires off at the end. Okay. You may have to fluff your loops again. And sometimes you have to work with your tails. Mine are wanting to curl up, but I may give them a little trim. That one seems a little long. Okay. Here's how it looks so far. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add just a little of the green, and sometimes I like to just kind of go and do little pieces, kind of like make, I don't know what you would call it, but this type shape, just a loop, and then just pinch it together like that. And if you have any short pieces of floral stem wire, sorry, let's see if I can get this open. You can just take it and wrap it around the center. And this is optional, you don't have to add little pieces of ribbon here and there, but I kind of like to. So I'm just going to do the same steps as I did with the bow. And I'm just gonna kind of find a spot, thread it through. And give it a little twist. And I just like to randomly place the ribbon. And then kind of fluff it a little. And then maybe go down here, do the same type loop, and just kind of weave this back and forth, kind of like a little braid is what I'm going to do, and just attach it with my floral stem wire. So give me just a second and I'll finish this up. Okay, and here it is with the green and white polka dot ribbon tucked in. So I just kind of randomly went along and stuck a little of the green ribbon in it. Okay, now I'm ready to add my ferns. Okay, I just took the price tag off and kind of spread out the fern to make it look fuller, and I'm not going to cut any off of it. What I'm going to try to do is I am going to wire it in. I'm going to kind of go under the bow, and I'm going to wire it in so that my ferns are facing downward. Does that make sense? So I'm going to make all of them, I'm going to kind of spread them out so that it kind of has this look right here. So give me just a second and I'm going to wire my fern in. Okay, I just took the floral stem wire and wrapped it a few times around the stem of the fern, and then I just wired it to the back of the cooling rack. And then you'll want to just play with it and spread it out until you get it shaped like you like it. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same steps, and I am going to add these pretty spring flowers that I got at Walmart. Here it is with the bow and the ferns and the flowers. I think it looks pretty, but I think I need to add something else because I just want a little something more, maybe here at the bottom. So give me just a second. Okay, when I hung it up to look at it, I just thought it needed something else at the bottom. So what I did was I tied another bow, and I made it smaller, only 2 loops on each side, same steps as the big one, and then I left long tails to curl up and hang down. And then I was looking at my little birdhouse, and I thought it was a little small to put in this area where I'd originally planned to put it. And so my daughter and I debated between the butterfly and the birdhouse. And this came with a little welcome sign on it also, but we just snipped it apart. So I think we're going to add the butterfly to the center now. Okay, I think she is finished now. So I went ahead and added the butterfly, and the butterfly's from Dollar Tree. And I probably didn't need to add the polka dot, green and white polka dot ribbon because it really doesn't show up. But I think it turned out really pretty. So I hope you liked this video, and please subscribe to our channel if you have not already. And please like and share. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for watching.